committee. That was wonderful. We have now completed both of those journeys, and our next journey will be going into the long range property plan. There'll be an application process, and the board will be seeking input per the earlier bylaws. We reached out to everybody and asked what their preferred method is, and feel free to throw something in the chat if you think of something else that you might want us to consider, but we'll be starting that up pretty soon here. So thank you very much, and I'll turn it back over to you, Amanda.
Thank you, Tara. I am going to go ahead. We are recording tonight as always. If anyone has any questions or anything like that, that's what we're here for. We have the chat running and we will go ahead and get started. So let me go ahead and share my screen, as we know that I do this ever so spectacularly every week. And we should be up. Ta-da! All right. So here we are for June. We will go ahead and move on to the next one. We'll start with the recruitment. There is your lovely recruitment team, Mitchell and Shea. Many of you have worked with Mitchell and Shea, seen them all around. They continue to work very, very hard throughout the summer and are already looking at things for the fall. So as of today, as our membership numbers closed the business last night, we are looking at 5,873 girls, 2,431 adult memberships, and 1,567 lifetime members. That is a lot of wonderful lifetime members. Gives us a retention rate of 71.5% overall, 66.9% for our girls, and 78.5% for our adult and lifetime members. We are still currently behind where we expected to be at this point this year. We will probably not make my original goal this year, but we are persistent and we will pull through. We always do. I ask that, of course, if you have anything going on in your community that you need flyers for, that you need help with, please do let us know. We are continuing to do things every single day and working very, very hard. And the numbers are still growing every single day. Now we will go on to our next slide. As of course, I'll put these in the chat here in just a little bit for you. But of course, if you do know those areas that you have some flyers you'd like, you need something to hand out at parades, you believe there's an event in your community you'd like us to attend, using the jot form there will let us know all about that so that we can support you in every way that we possibly can and or attend the event if available. We also have our Sign Up Genius here, which I talk about each month, which is a list of all the events and community things that we are at that we could possibly use a little bit of help with. As you see, Mitchell and Shea are just two very, very wonderful people who work very, very hard, just like all of you volunteers. And if you just have an hour or so, for some of these events to, come in the middle of the day and just let them have an opportunity to go take a lunch or something like that, that would be awesome. We'd appreciate it. And now we are going to move on to our next one, which I'm believe is going to be Anne Marie with our volunteer support team.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us. The volunteer support team, of course, consists of Amanda Powell, who's our team lead, myself, Carrie Zames, who is the volunteer member support specialist and also does our travel. Alessa Bagalio is our volunteer specialist, and Dee Dee Rice, volunteer specialist and troop banking. Next slide, please. We just wanted to let you know that if the troop is continuing over the summer, there are a bunch of wonderful summer patches that you can work on with the girls, or they can work on themselves. There's some Girl Scout Tree Promise, Apple Quest, A Year in the Life of Juliet is a year-round. That's wonderful. The High Altitude is wonderful. We also have Girl Scouts Love the Outdoors. So take a look at our website, www.girlscoutsgw, I'm sorry, girlscouts.gwm under members, and then under our patch programs. And it'll give you all the instructions for participating in the patches. Next slide, please. Oops. And we also wanted to remind you to keep in touch with Girls and the Families over the summer if you're not going through the summer. Some troops do have a monthly picnic or a one-time event on the summer just to get the girls together to socialize. And also be sure to check your rosters to see if any new members have joined so you can welcome them into your troop. Next, please. We want to keep our participation catalog on our system up to date. So if you can help us do that, we'd much appreciate it. If you would let us know the grade levels your troop will be accepting in the fall and your meeting information, where you'll be meeting, what time, what day, and how often the troop will gather. And we'll update that so more girls can join your troop. Next slide, please. Spring renewal is still open. We have extended membership for girls. It's $55 from now through September 30th of 2025. And we have for volunteers $35 from now until September 30th of 25. We have a fantastic program that if the troop renews at least 80% of the youth members before June 30th, so you have 2 weeks left, you'll be entered into a drawing to win one of several prizes. It's really exciting. You could win a free day at the expo or a VIP day at the expo, a $100 gift card to the store, or a troop day at camp. So hurry up and get those girls registered and renewed. Next slide, please. We also have for new troop incentive, if you start a troop by September 30th, a new fully formed troop with 2 active leaders and a minimum of 8 girls, you would get reimbursed for the 2 troop leader memberships. You can qualify for the $60 startup funds deposited into the troop account, membership pins and tabs for 2 troop leaders, a new leader binder, a Girl Scout leader bag for 2 leaders while the supplies last, and full support from our volunteer support area. Next slide, please. And a reminder that the annual financial reports are due by June 30th. Every year we have finances that are due to us here at Council. You can access the spreadsheets by going into your troop packet, or you can try to submit through the volunteer toolkit. Either way, if you need any assistance, please do give us a call. Here at Council, we'll be happy to help you. Next slide. Well, we're done. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Anne Marie. And I believe next we are going to be going in to Robin for product sales, some updates there. But I saw Lisa, did you have a question? Awesome. It looks like your hand got raised. We'll go ahead and go on to Robin then. So let me.
Hi, everyone. I'm so excited for next season. Believe it or not, we are deep into planning for the 24-25 product programs. Can you believe it? It seems like we just barely wrapped up, and I know we're still doing some wrap up for this past season, but we are so excited to embrace possibilities for next season. In fact, that's what the theme is next year, embracing possibilities. So to do that, we are looking at another super season, and we know each program, both the fall and the cookies, are all about the girls. So what is important to the girls? What helps them and what supports them? That said, we are looking at cookie rallies right now, and we need to hear from you because we know from our data and our stats that girls who do attend rallies have a higher PGA. In fact, we've been looking at some of our data. This past year, a Girl Scouts who attended rallies averaged about 457 PGA. Now, the council overall, our PGA was 267, which was fantastic. But those girls who attended rallies averaged 457. And those who received rally boxes, their PGA was 350 packages. That was the per girl average for those girls engaged in these rallies. Now, what does that mean? Well, it's more opportunities for those Girl Scouts, but it's also a positive impact on all of those troop proceeds and your troop banking. So we want to make sure that we're hearing from you. So Amanda, do you have a survey for us tonight that we can have, or a poll, I should say?
We do. I'm going to go ahead and launch it right now. So here is
awesome.
a poll with some questions about cookie rallies. Everyone take a few minutes and answer some of these for us to help us plan.
So this is each one is a little accordion. Is that correct, Amanda?
Yes. It's a drop down. You can select whichever answer works for you.
Excellent. So take a few minutes of that just to read them quickly. Have you, your Girl Scout or your troop attended a rally? In the last 7 years, we've had some virtual rallies. We've had some in-person rallies. Of course, we want to make sure that we are finding the best opportunity for all girls. What are the favorite parts of the rallies? And if other describe some of the things that you feel is a wonderful outcome. What do you think tips are that should be discovered at a rally? What are some of those things that you know girls need to learn or experience or try? And those are the things that we want to make sure we're covering in a rally. And obviously, if you have a little more time or you want to check with some girls, you certainly can get back to us at customercare@girlscoutsgwm.org. We want to make sure that we hear from everybody. We want to make sure we are designing this for all girls to embrace possibilities in the next coming season.
We have like 60...
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
We are losing our cookie person, Lucia Savage.
Okay.
Will council be able to give us help finding somebody to replace her? She's willing to coach somebody new, but she's been doing it since I moved up here in 2007.
She's wonderful, and our volunteer support team and our team work very closely together. So we would love to entertain some people who are interested in that role. We would love to chat.
We've already started discussing it, Isabel.
What?
We already started discussing how we could help you with that.
Okay, thank you.
Not a problem. I think we are just about done with the poll, so I'll go ahead and close it out and get you your next slide.
And again, thank you so much for considering this and giving us some information and some feedback. As I say, this is all about the girls, and we want to make sure that we are designing and that we are implementing tools and resources that are going to help our girls grow and learn. So.
All right, and I have your next slide up. I'm hoping that means the poll is not showing anymore.
Actually, I had that little slide thinking that that would be during, but that's fine. Needless to say, when the girls do come, they always get excited and they have a wonderful time. But it's more than that. It's all about the learning and the entrepreneur basis for entrepreneurship. So we want these Girl Scouts to have all they need to have a successful season.
Okay, so I can go ahead and share the results.
Yep.
See how this, so it should show you that about 59% said that they had attended a cookie rally. About 31% said that having so much fun at a large council event where they got to meet other Girl Scouts and Girl Scout troops was their favorite part. And the next one was their Girl Scouts loved all the activities. And then we had some that did not attend.
Mm-hmm.
And then
We'd love to make that possible for those.
It looks like the most important takeaways would be how to reach more customers, booth tips, and then tech tips.
Yep.
And then it looks like 64% said the smaller regional rallies. Awesome.
Excellent. Excellent. This is such great feedback. So thanks, everyone.
All right. And I think if you are done, Robin, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next one. Thank you so much for this tonight, Robin. I believe next we have fund development, which is going to be Kelly Brown.
Thanks, Amanda. So I just want to take a minute and just sort of talk about what's going on right now. We are right in the middle of New Hampshire Gives. Many of you have probably seen our social posts over the last week or so, and many of you may have received emails just letting you know that this is going on. New Hampshire Gives began at 5 o'clock today and is running through 5 o'clock tomorrow. New Hampshire Gives is hosted by the New Hampshire Center for Nonprofits. It is the state's largest day of giving, which brings together hundreds of nonprofits for 24 hours and tens of thousands of donors to raise as much money and awareness as possible for the causes served by New Hampshire's nonprofit sector. It's 24 hours, as noted. Since 2016, New Hampshire Gives has raised over $15 million for more than 1,000 New Hampshire nonprofit organizations. And for our Vermont folks, I do want to make you aware of two very key things. One, there is no giving campaign in Vermont such as this. I have reached out several times to several Vermont organizations, and right now they do not have the staffing or the capacity, which was the same as last year. So two, for our Vermont folks, anyone making a gift to New Hampshire Gives, all of the funds that we receive for the council are not restricted to New Hampshire. So if you get onto the site, which actually I have it keyed up here, so you can click on that link. So all of the giving you will notice is we have financial assistance that benefits both New Hampshire and Vermont. You can restrict to STEM programs and activities in both New Hampshire and Vermont. We have our amazing Girl Scout leadership experience for New Hampshire and Vermont. There are two giving levels where you can make a restricted gift, and that's to campership. If you feel very strongly towards campership, you can make a gift that supports New Hampshire campership, or the second tile is Vermont campership. So if anyone has any questions about that, please let me know. There is the option to make a gift, click on your own amount. If it's very important to you and you want to make a gift that is restricted to Vermont, please go ahead and indicate that. in the notes field. And then internally, we will make sure that we honor that restriction. If anyone has any questions about New Hampshire Gives and how it benefits Vermont, our girls, our programming, please reach out to me directly and ask. It's just very important that everyone know that all gifts received benefit the full council, even though this is a New Hampshire giving campaign that we are supporting. So we do also have a very generous matching gift opportunity that is being offered by Karen and Eric Warner through the I'm so sorry, through the Warner, the foundation that will support Take Action Gifts. So Karen and her family feel very strongly about all of the Take Action programming and community giving that goes on across both states. So we do have a $2,000 matching gift opportunity where gifts that come in will be matched dollar for dollar through the Warner Foundation. So again, if anybody has any questions, this is an amazing campaign. It's a great opportunity for us to raise awareness about all the good that that our council does across both states, all of the amazing programs, the activities, the outdoor experiences. So it's not a huge fundraiser for our council, but it's a great way to broaden our exposure. So reach out with any questions. I challenge any one of you to click on that link right now. We are, let me just refresh. We are at over $2,100 received so far since 5 o'clock this afternoon. So hopefully by the end of the campaign, that will be doubled, tripled, and quadrupled. So thank you all. Some of you on this call have already made a gift, and I greatly appreciate that. So any questions, let me know. And otherwise, I will keep an eye on the giving, and I will update in the message or in the chat towards the end of our call. So thank you, Amanda.
Awesome. Thank you, Kelly. And I believe next is going to be our Girl Experience team, which I believe is going to be Christine tonight.
Thank you so much, Amanda. Can we go to the next slide, please? Here is a view of our wonderful Girl Experience team. Myself as a director, Paula Kelly Murphy as our coordinator of program partnerships and travel, Ashley Jerome, our coordinator for day camp and program, Cassandra Gilson, our program lead, Ashley Guerin, a program specialist, and Laura Barrett, also a program specialist. And then many of our wonderful on-demand and seasonal staff who are all getting ready to head out to camp just next week. So next page, please, or next slide, please. Wanted to continue to promote some of our amazing Girl Scout family events that we are having. We've seen some really great numbers of families coming out to events, and it's so great to see the girls getting to enjoy these opportunities with their families, and the families to get to take part of our special Girl Scout programming. We still have Play Ball Girl Scout Night with the Nashua Silvercats. That deadline is coming up in just a few days. So if that's something that your troop is interested in taking part in, there are lots of special little perks that the girls get to do while they're at the game. Make sure you check that out. June 28th to the 30th, we also have our family camping program at Camp Farnsworth. They're going to be solving the mystery of the missing spoons this summer. So it should be very exciting. And that deadline is also quickly approaching. Along with the Monster Jam, a monster truck rally type situation in Manchester, New Hampshire. We also have an Independence Day celebration happening in Portsmouth, New Hampshire at Camp Seawood. Great opportunity again for girls and their families to come out and celebrate Girl Scouts and also Independence Day. And July 11th, we have Circus Schmirkus, the Imaginarium, happening in Milton, Vermont. And again, another great opportunity for Girl Scouts and their families to come together and celebrate. And the next slide, please. I also wanted to take a moment to highlight one of our travel opportunities for our older girls. And so this is a travel experience that Paula has put together for our cadets, the Roundup at Rocking Horse Ranch. It's happening Friday, October 25th through the 27th. Girls could come together, travel down to Rocking Horse Ranch enjoy all the activities that they have there, horseback riding, lots of great opportunities for the girls to do. Also, they'll have a lot of Halloween festivities going on. The cost is $675. That includes everything for them, the travel down through council transportation, their overnight accommodations, and all of their meals and activities, except for their lunch on the day of travel. We're going to ask girls to pack a brown bag lunch. But that registration is coming up pretty quick. We are short of the minimum we need to run it. So if we don't hit that minimum, unfortunately, we will have to cancel that opportunity. And the next slide, please. The STEM van has been out and about. Hopefully maybe you've seen it on the road or had the opportunity to have it come out and visit your troop. We will be back on the road in October, based out of the state of Vermont. Those opportunities are available. The dates that it's available are on the calendar, and troops have already started registering. 3 of the programs that are offered to the girls are the Cauldron Creations. So learning to do all kinds of fun things with non-Newtonian fluids. So making some slime and oobleck and lava lamps. The Haunted Harvest. So learning about chemical reactions and physical changes as they make butter and ice cream and purple lemonade. And then Wheels, Wings, and Water. Learning about kinetic energy, aerodynamics, and buoyancy. STEM program is great. You can book it to come right to wherever your troop meets during your regular troop time. The staff that are running that are able to be somewhat flexible about the time. So definitely reach out and ask any questions you might have. And then the van will be based back in New Hampshire to head out and about and visit New Hampshire troops in November. And the next slide, please. We have lots of great programs coming up this summer. We want to make sure people are aware, and these are definitely things you can also share with your girls and your parents, and they could register that way. On July 6th, we have a program called Tall and Small, Try It All. Great opportunity for a new girl, a girl that might be interested in joining Girl Scouts to come out to our camp property, see all the different things that Girl Scouts has to offer and try that out. July 10th, we have our Magical Baking Summer Edition, Secret Ingredients, and that program does happen virtually. On July 13th, we have our Forest Friends program. We have this happening at several of our camp properties throughout the summer. This is, again, another great opportunity for a girl and a parent or a troop to come out to camp and experience things that you can do on our council properties. July 14th, we're going to be offering archery at Bedford. So we have a program from 9 to 11 in the morning that will be for Brownies to junior age level. And then a program from 11:30 to 3:30 that is, from 11:30 to 1:30 for junior to ambassadors, an opportunity to come out and shoot some arrows and learn about archery at our target range. Another Forest Friends happening in Richmond, Vermont on July 27th. July 27th to 28th, we have our Camp Chaos, which is an overnight program at Portsmouth, New Hampshire for troops. And if we go to the next slide, I'm going to continue to talk about some of these great summer offerings that we have. July 28th, we have hatchet throwing happening at Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Hatchet throwing is just for our cadets through ambassadors. And we have 2 different time slots to be able to provide that opportunity to as many girls as possible. August 3rd to 4th is another Camp Chaos, this one happening in Bedford, New Hampshire. On August 4th, we'll also have another day of archery in Bedford for the different age levels. And then also in the afternoon, we will offer a slingshots program for our younger daisies and brownies who maybe aren't quite ready for archery yet. August 10th, we have a program called Forest Friends happening. Again, that's like a girl adult type program where they can come out to camp and learn about all the things we do on our properties. Another archery and hatchet throwing on August 11th out at Portsmouth, New Hampshire. And then our August Magical Baking Summer Edition, which is fresh fruit tarts. So lots of great opportunities for your girls to continue Girl Scouting throughout the summer, either with the troop or on their own. So please make sure you're sharing all these great program opportunities with your girls and their families. And I think I still have another slide. Yes, along with all those great summer opportunities that we talked about, we do have another session of virtual journeys coming up. They will be starting July 16th or July 18th, depending on the grade level. Virtual journey series, they're a great option for Girl Scouts for a number of different reasons. So maybe you have some girls in your troop that like to work on earning badges or journeys at home at their own pace. Maybe you know girls in your community that aren't currently involved in a troop, and this would be a great way for them to get some support working on journeys. Maybe you have some girls that are looking to complete their prerequisites for the Bronze, Silver, and Gold Award. This is a great opportunity for them to get that journey prerequisite done and to get some support from Laura. And then maybe you also have some girls that are interested in earning the Journey Summit Award, and that's when they complete 3 journeys for their age level while they're in that age level. So a Brownie Girl Scout doing 3 of the Brownie journeys before she bridges or moves up to juniors. So make sure if you have any girls that might fall into those, or if you have any girls that you know are looking to get a journey done, that make sure they're aware of this opportunity. And the next slide. Speaking of our highest awards, we just wanted to put out a friendly reminder that highest awards all must be completed by September 30th if girls are moving on to the next grade level. So for any girls who may be completing 5th grade this year, if they are working towards their Bronze Award, that final report does need to be submitted by September 30th. For girls in 8th grade, again, if they're working on their Silver Award, that final report does need to be submitted by September 30th. And just a friendly reminder for Silver and Gold, there is a project proposal. So those forms need to be submitted first, get that approval to work on the project, then they do their project and submit their final report. And then for our girls who are completing 12th grade, their Gold Award final reports would be needed to be submitted by September 30th. And if anybody has any questions about highest awards, we do have some webinars happening. I'll be talking about those on the next slide. And then Ashley Guerin is always wanting to help people answer any questions or whatnot. So please reach out through the customer care team. And I think I might have one last slide. And so we have lots of adult training opportunities coming up throughout the summer and in the fall. So we want to make sure people are aware of these, and you can get them on your calendars if you're interested. So I just talked about our Gold Award, our Girl Scout Highest Award webinars. Those do happen virtually. They are open to both girls and adults. We definitely encourage the girls to come and learn about the process to earn a highest award they might be interested in. We have one coming up on Thursday of this month. We have one happening on August 8th, and then we have one happening on September 12th. And then they'll continue after that as well. I was just focusing on the summer months. September 6th to 8th, we have Farnsworth Weekend happening in Thetford, Vermont. We'll share a lot more about that at our next volunteer monthly call, but lots of great workshops, a lot of new workshops this year, and registration for that should be opening early July. And on September 14th, we'll be offering a basic outdoor living skills in Richmond, Vermont, and then also small craft safety training in Thetford, Vermont. And small craft safety training is boating training. So it's learning about how to do canoeing and kayaking and paddle boarding safely with your Girl Scouts on our Girl Scout properties. Then September 14th to 15th, we'll also be offering advanced outdoor living skills canoeing at Thetford, Vermont. September 15th, we'll have basic outdoor living skills in Thetford, Vermont. Then November 2nd, we'll have basic outdoor living skills in Bedford, New Hampshire. And on November 3rd, we'll have basic outdoor living skills in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. So lots of opportunities for some outdoor training. And I think that is my last slide, Amanda.
It is. Thank you very much, Christine. We are going to be going on to our breakout rooms, but a few quick reminders before we go to our breakout rooms. I'll open those up for you in just a moment. First quick reminder is that for our volunteer monthly meeting. We do take the month of July off. So there will not be a meeting next month. And starting in August, we will start right back up, second Tuesday of the month. It will be right up there. I'm going to put the link in the chat while everyone's in the breakout room so that you can go ahead and register for your My25 monthly volunteer meetings. Again, they'll be taking place again, second Tuesday of the month at 7 p.m. And we'll be excited to see you. We're also going to take into consideration some of the various breakout rooms that you had voted on previously and continue to implement those through the next year.